Hi, Mike here with Dawg TV Adventures. Well, in this next segment, I wanted to cover, we've been talking about things that you should bring and so forth, clothing items and so forth. Now I want to talk a little bit about packing your pack. So this is going to be a relatively short segment, but it's critical that you understand how to pack your pack. A pack is, it's usually got a big, center compartment with a dog wagging his tail in the middle. Come on, over here. Sit down. Sit. Stay. He doesn't understand when I'm talking to myself. So it's got a big center compartment and usually some side pouches on the side. Internal frame packs may have fewer side pouches, but usually that's what they have. Some side pouches and then something for storing the bulk of your gear. When you're packing your pack, you want the heaviest items up against your back. The further out they are, the more they're going to tug this way, and it's going to put stress on your shoulders, and that's really going to hurt on a long trip. So the heaviest items go against your back. Lighter items go further out, like that zip-off butt pack. It's got relatively light items in it, or items that I have to be able to get to quickly in the event of a problem. So heavy items up against your back. And then the other thing is heavy items higher up. The higher they are, the more they'll be over the center of gravity. The lower they are, the more they're going to want to pull back like that on your pack. So you definitely want to have the heavy items at the top and up against your back. And so that's really a critical thing for having a comfortable pack. And the caveat to that is the higher you put heavier items, the more tippy you're going to be. You're going to lean over, your pack's going to want to keep you going in that direction. You tilt this way, it's going to want to knock you down in that direction. So if you're in an area that's particularly dangerous with a lot of cliffs and other problems, you may not want to pack that way. But if you want to be comfortable and you're in relatively flat terrain and you're not having any kind of dangerous areas, high and up against your back with heavy items, and then the slightly less heavy can go further out or further down. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll pack a lot of my synthetic clothing at the bottom, and that will get things moved up to about here. Then I'll put my bear canister in, which has a lot of heavy food items, and then I start putting things like my water bladder, my tent, my pots and other things that might have some weight to them. Usually I fill my pot with a whole bunch of stuff and it goes up towards the top. So that's what you need to do when you're packing as far as the weight distribution. And then the other critical thing is you can't put a whole bunch of heavy items on one side and then light items on the other, because your pack will tweak you this way, and when you get in there you're going to be sore and miserable. So you need to balance things out. So if you've got a heavy item on this side, you've got to put a heavy item on that side. And try and keep more of the heavy items in the middle just so it's balanced, and lighter items on the side, you won't have that problem as much. So balance heavy items at the top and against your back. So that pretty much covers it, and I'll see you in the next video.